let's go over here and just look and see what he's got for competition. Okay. This is the competition. There's a lot of storage facilities within like a 10-mile radius. So I always tell all my VAs, like, just put in all the competition with the 10-mile radius. So these are all the facilities right here, okay? And pretty much every single one of them's full. Mountain storage. Okay, so we've got 5x10s, 10x10s, 10x15s, 10x20s, and 10x30s. So when you look at a storage facility, essentially one of the most important things that you need to do is do a competitive analysis, right? That's what we're doing here, is doing competitive analysis. So essentially you're just taking all of the storage facilities within a 10-mile radius. Now, if you're in a city, it could be a smaller radius. Like if you're in a secondary market, it could be 3 or 5 miles or 1 mile, right? But this is in Blairsville, Georgia, which is kind of in the middle of nowhere, just so everybody knows. So we went out 10 miles. And you could see this, and we really, when we look at facilities, we really look at units. We look apples to apples. So like, we're not looking, if like other competitors have different size units than us, we don't look at those. We just look to see like, okay, what are all these facilities charging for the same thing that we charge, if that makes sense. Okay. And so it's, as you can see, that there's 5x10s, there's 10x10s. It's coming out to $1.40 a square foot, 93 cents a square foot, 98, 108, 66, 165, and 221. Okay. So, and then these numbers here, essentially, you just take the average of this after you fill out, what everybody is charging, and you can get that by just calling them and asking them. You can get that by going on to Radius Plus. You can get that by looking on their website. So you just have to figure out how you're going to get that. And so they do the competitive analysis, and then it comes up with a market rate of $1.04 a square foot. Okay. And then we basically, what we do is we just take what the prices should be at, and we just plug those in here. So we're looking at their current rate right now. This is what he's charging. Like, so for instance, he's charging he's charging $32 for a 5x10, and all of the competitors are charging around $70, right? And then the 10x10s are $52 dollars, and then competitors are most competitors are charging. I'm sorry, he's charging 52, and most competitors are charging 93, right? So we're just taking that number and just plugging it in over here. And then, and so forth, right? So that's why the competitive analysis, you're going to find out essentially what everybody is charging on an average, right, for each of the units, and then also average per square foot. Okay. And then you're going to stick it into, like, you're going to look at those numbers and essentially say, okay, this is what, if I were full, this is what as is making around $97.29. Right. And this is what we could be making, $23,000. Okay. So he basically is way below what he should be. In fact, he's at 52 cents a square foot, and he should be at $1. Like, he is at 43 cents a square foot, and he should be at $1.04. Okay. And the unit price, right? The unit mix is very important to plug in and to add like square footage of. You want the owner to give you like the unit mix. Again, you want to be just looking and doing a competitive analysis on your deal. This is kind of how we do it. All right. We look at the unit mix and what the total is. We look at like what the current rate is and what they could be making if they're 100% full. We look at the market rate, right, based off of the what the competition charges, and we look and see what we could be making if we were full. And if we were going to add more units, we'd be looking at that as well too. We're not going to add any more units on this. So let's try to figure this out. And let's see, I wanted to go over here and just pick this, look at this and make sure that all these numbers are same, because these numbers were coming out kind of weird.